Okay. Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X, the only show on Thursdays that starts the weekend early. I am your host, Tom Dog 247, and as always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Ooh, baby, all right. So, gotta wet my whistle. Um, let's do the shout outs and plugs and everything. I don't really have anything to go with that, before. Big shout out to the Dorkening Podcast Network. These guys are amazing. Everybody on there is amazing. Check them out. You'll love it. Wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Also, the Owl Light Productions. Carrie and the crew do an amazing job. She does a lot of fun stuff. Check her out. And she actually has a YouTube channel now, which is Owl Light Productions. So check it out. And she's also part of the Dorkening, so congratulations to her on that. And big shout out to the Pint podcast. They do a lot of really cool stuff if you're into horror and everything, and you'll love it just as much as I do. And scan that QR code, and you'll be glad you did. This episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. You can trade in your old video games and consoles. Excuse me. From retro video games, accessories, and systems. The hell did I eat? You could also trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You could also trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as wrestling collectibles and autographed items spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. And they can also they will also accept any Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, pop vinyls as well too. So if you want to get rid of them and make some money on the side, and you just happen to be in the Southington, Connecticut area, you can check it out on their website. And they also have a list of events too, so definitely worth checking out. And you could check out their website over at mjvideogames.com. Also, while you're in Southington, you can check out Hardcore Sweet Bakery for all your baked good snacking sensation. Check it out over for the list of products that they have. You can check it out on their website over at hardcoresweetbakery.com. And while you're also in Southington and you have gobbled up some of your favorite baked goods, you can wash down those baked goods by heading on over to the brewery, or Witch Doctor Brewery, over in Southington, and you can they make their own beer, and it's definitely worth a checking out, and you'll be glad that you did. And you can check all their top varieties that they have, and you can check it out on their website over at witchdoctorbrewing.com. And summer's here, summer reading and everything. And may I suggest BoomTube Comics? You got some really cool comic books each and every week, and they are amazing. They are also here in Southington, and you could check them out on their website at Boom. Oh my god, I had a busy day today. I'm sorry. BoomTubeComics.com. And while you're in Connecticut, don't worry, we don't have the one in New Haven. That one's already done with. But July's almost here, and at the end of July, from the 28th to the 30th, at the Mohegan Sun Expo Center in Uncasville, Connecticut, they have an awesome Comic-Con, or should I say, a terrific con. Connecticut's #1 Comic-Con, and they have, you can see your anime, TV, and movie stars, cosplayers, comics, toys, panels, and the largest comic book creator guest list in all of New England. And the celebrities on hand, Jonathan Frakes, Commander Riker from Star Trek The Next Generation, Sean Gunn from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, John Wesley Shipp from The Flash will also be there, Anthony Michael Hall from the 80s. I'm kidding. He is in the Breakfast Club. He was in the Breakfast Club. You young kids out there don't even know what that movie is, but it's a really good film. I suggest you see it. John Glover from various movie and TV roles. He was in Gremlins 2. He was also in. He was also voiced. He also voiced the Riddler in the Batman animated series. He also did the. He was also in the Batman and Robin Batman and Robin movie. So he has a pretty good list, and he's also in Fear the Walking Dead. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. And for all you wrestling fans out there, AE superstars Danhausen, Wardlow, and Ethan Page will be on hand. And Gray DeLisi, voice actor for various cartoons as well as Scooby-Doo. And yeah, they got a big cast of celebrities. But if you want to see the full guest list, and you want to also order some tickets while you're at it, while you're looking at this amazing list of celebrities that they have going on, I strongly suggest that you check their website over at terrificon.com and tell Mitch Tom Dog says hi. Dorkening is going to be there. I'm trying to go. I don't know. It's just I haven't had a chance to really do anything lately. But yeah, I definitely want to go to that. But Rise of the Guardians is free on YouTube. So speaking of YouTube, Google, Google is really annoying. And I was irritated today, and I was like, you know what, I'm tired of it. All I wanted to do was change my password because I do it every now and then, to make sure that no assholes get into my thing. And I want to set up a VPN because I'm too lazy and I don't want to spend the money. But yeah. So I get a notification saying that, oh, you gotta wait 6 hours in order to verify, to make sure you're verified and everything, and also to in order to gain access to your account and change your password. Because let's face it, I do the thing and I don't really write them down, even though I should. But yeah, I was a little bit PO'd about that. So I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to worry about it. So I just said, fuck it. No, because I was trying to sync my Google account to my new watch that I got, which is the Samsung Galaxy 5. Samsung Galaxy Watch 5. And it's amazing. It's awesome. I love it. And so I kept fooling around with it. So that's why I was a little late. Don't worry, I wasn't playing Legend of Zelda. So, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. So yeah, I just said, fuck it, I'll worry about it later. And then, so, as long as I can still make phone calls and do that, I only got the watch so that I can check my BPM and, monitor my sleeping and everything like that, because, I don't have a CPAP machine anymore. So I do like the alternatives and everything. So, but yeah, it's still a good device and everything like that. So it does what it does what it's supposed to do, and track my steps when I need to, and then also tell time. Can't have a watch without telling time, right? So yeah, it's a good watch and everything, and plus I needed an update because I have the Active 2, and it was a pain in the ass. It really was. So yeah, so I'll save some stuff in the cloud and then transfer. So backed up. I pretty much backed up everything, and then transferred everything over. I don't know if it did, it did. If not, fuck it. I don't give a shit. I really don't. But yeah, it's still good. So I'll get some money off of it. Probably won't get much out of it, but I don't give a fuck. It goes on the bank anyways. But yeah, it's still a good watch. But I'll deal with Google later. So yeah, as you know, I've been, every now and then I do talk about the Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and how awesome the game is. I just freaking love it and everything. So I was, farting around before I go into the next mission, before I have to go to the next quest and everything like that, because I want to, level up and everything. And one of the things that I discovered, and I was a little bit, it annoyed me to a lot, because there was one feature, on there that it's the most popular feature on that your character can do in the game, and that is auto build. And so yeah, there's a little feature where you can auto build whatever, because you can pretty much build anything, as long as they're the things are attachable. So so what happened was I was doing this side mission where this this stone law is missing four of its eyes. So you have to go into the you know the mainland Hyrule to go after to sort them all out. And this place that the statue was this four-eyed statue was located, was pretty cool. It's in the depths and everything like that. And so I don't want to spoil anything, so doing my best to be talk lousy about, to like give a lousy description on what I'm talking about, but anybody who's played the game knows exactly what I'm talking about. So there was this little room, this nice room that's spread out and everything like that. It looks like an abandoned mine and yeah, it's an abandoned mine. So, and I looked at the one of the things up there, and I said, you know what? I wonder what's up there. So instead of climbing the structure and everything, I just use this feature where you can rise up from the ground and climb up to the ceiling wherever you are, and it's a very handy feature. It really is. Gets you definitely out of jams and everything like that. But so above, on top of this abandoned mine, it was the one feature that I missed, because there was this glowing hand that you had to touch. So I pressed it and I said, "Oh, finally, I get auto build." And then I had to fight, do this battle against the Yuga clan and Master Koga. I'm like, oh my god, really? And it's like all this time it was right there, and that was the one feature that I needed. And yeah, but nonetheless, I'm having fun with it. And so I'm looking forward to doing more custom things and everything like that. So I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast with this game. This game is like friggin' amazing. And so, and I'm going to keep talking about it, about how amazing this is, because the fact that this game just came out a couple months ago, and I'm just having a great time with it. I really am, and anybody who has played that game can agree about how great that game is. So, and I highly recommend anybody who loves the Switch, who loves Zelda games and has a Switch, but don't have Tears of the Kingdom, strongly suggest you get Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, definitely. And then in one incident, I ran into a fire Gleeok, and then that little that bastard knocked me off the bridge. So luckily I fell into some water, but still. And then I had to step out for a bit, and then I loaded to where I wanted to, because I used up a lot of shit. I was this close to beating that Gleeok too, but I was like, you know what, I got all these wonderful weapons, and I'm not gonna waste them. So yeah. So I want to level up even. I'm going to level up even more, and then also go after, this way, have my rematch against the Gleeok, the Flame Gleeok. Oh boy! And of course, my help wasn't any help at all. except for Tolan. Tolan was the only one that was kicking some ass. So yeah, that was good. So, anywho, all right, let's talk about today's show instead of talking about Legend of Zelda. It's like I got a boner for that already. But the story is great, though. It really is. It really is amazing. But you want to know what else is amazing? Episode 2 of Secret Invasion. That's also amazing. Moving on. Um. So yeah, Wheel of Fortune found their new host, and I talked about, and before I mentioned who it was. Last week, I went into a little discussion about um, how Pat Sajak was announced that he was retiring from after season 41 of Wheel of Fortune, and he's going to be replaced by somebody. And they narrowed it down to some already. One being Whoopi Goldberg, another being Stephen H. Smith, and then Ryan Seacrest, and I think there was another name dropped as well too, and in that list, and it was a pretty good list. And I talked about what they should do instead of what they did, and I mean I'm not upset that um they chose. I'm just a little bit bummed out that the fact that they didn't go the same route, like when doing doing a guest host of Wheel of Fortune and then doing it that way. I think that would have been really good. Um, so they decided. So it's official. Season 42 of Wheel of Fortune is going to have a new host, and his name, and yes, it's going to be a guy, Ryan Seacrest. Now, what I'm about to say now, I remember. So I also mentioned last week that about how you know Ryan Seacrest would be a good spot to be in. Um, and I also kind of mentioned that you know he never had it was like I don't even know if he ever hosted any game shows. Well, I was wrong. And I nobody in the comment section fact checked me on this. As a matter of fact, I received no comments on the show, and I'm crying inside. I am. The only one who does comment on my show from time to time is Carrie, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I'm glad I made you laugh. Um, I'm glad I made you put a smile on your face when I did my Al Pacino having sex bit, and I played that back. It was fucking hilarious. It was, especially when I read the transcript. It was even hilarious on the transcript too. So yeah. So anywho, um, so yeah, nobody in the comment section fact checked me on this. I was fact checked by a little bit of a background of Ryan Seacrest because one of his earlier gigs in the in the late 80s, he actually hosted a game show, but it was short lived. And yeah, I was. As a matter of fact, I am going to Google Ryan Seacrest right now. Thank God for. So let's look at his Wikipedia. Can this thing be any slower? For real, this thing is like so fucking slow. What is going on here? So, he used to be he was a co he was the co he used to be on Live with Kelly and Ryan. He currently does American Idol. Um, he does the American Top 40, which he replaced Rick Dees on. Um, he also has a show on air with Ryan Seacrest, and he also was the replacement for Dick Clark, after his passing, for Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. He pretty much took over on that. Um, so, and he's a philanthropist. Career. So, yeah. Oh, so yeah, he actually did. Actually, no, it wasn't in the 80s. It was in the 90s. So, upon before his his game shows were, um, he hosted three kids game shows. Gladiators 2000 from 1994 to 1996, which was a spin-off of the American Gladiators. By the way, documentary is on Netflix. Gotta watch it. Um, Wild Animal Games in 1995 and Click in 1997. He appeared as a host of the fictional game show Lover's Lane on Beverly Hills 90210 in the episode The Final Proof. In the fall and winter of 2000, he was the host of NBC's Saturday Night Movie. During commercial breaks, he offered a little trivia on the film and a chance to win prizes by entering online on NBC, which I think was NBCI, which is now I think NBC.com. I think. 2001, he hosted a reality television program, Ultimate Revenge, where elaborate practical jokes were played on family and friends, instigated by their own relatives and friends. It was shown on TNN from 2001 to 2003, and most currently, he is on American Idol, as I said. He also Ryan Seacrest also did some stuff with E News. So yeah, that I remember. Seacrest was an NBC correspondent for the 2012 London Olympic Games and co-hosted the closing ceremony with Bob Costas and Al Michaels. 2016, Seacrest hosted NBC's live late-night coverage for the Rio Olympic Games. In 2013, Seacrest hosted Million Second Quiz, which was an interactive game show on NBC. Oh, I was wrong about. Oh yeah, Rick. Yeah, he did. Yeah, American Top 40, which was created by Casey Kasem, and hosted by Casey Kasem, and then Rick Dees continue with that than Ryan Seacrest as well. Um, so yeah, so in 2018, Seacrest was inducted into the Library of American Broadcasting Foundation's 16th annual Giants of Broadcasting and Electronic Arts. So yeah, um, he has a pretty good. He really does have a pretty good resume and everything, and so yeah, he you know he has a good broadcasting background and everything. So, I mean, he's doing something. I mean, he's really doing something good if he's able to get the thing. And yeah, I never knew that he used to host back in the '90s. That he used to host some game shows and everything. So yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong. So yeah. Um, so yeah, he was a big fan of broadcasting, and he always had a. So yeah, he let's see, he studied journalism and at the University of Georgia. In the fall of 1992, he continued his radio show at the local station in Athens, Georgia. He left the university at age 19 and moved to Los Angeles to pursue a broadcasting career. So yeah, good. I love Ryan Seacrest. He is awesome and everything. So yeah, he has a really good background of. He has a really good background of. You know, he has a very good resume to do this, and I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong with it at all. I really don't, and I think it's really cool and everything. So I wish him nothing but the best and everything. And Vanna White's still still continuing her contract, so she's actually looking forward to um you know doing the doing her thing by the clicking the clicking for the letters instead of she doesn't turn the letters anymore, which is kind of sad. Really, I kind of miss that. But yeah, it looks but yeah, nonetheless, it looks really cool. I'm happy for him. I really am. But you know, however, I kind of suggested that they should have allowed a lot of you know game a lot of have a guest host each week to do to host Wheel of Fortune, and then by mid season have that have that spot filled now with with a permanent host. I think that would have been good. And the list I had was awesome. I mean, keep Whoopi, keep Stephen A. Smith, Ryan Seacrest, and the other another one. Um, I think Maggie Sajak was also on that list, as well as Vanna White, but also put in LeVar Burton, and give all the give them all an opportunity. Vanna and Maggie probably not, because they've already done their thing. you know, I mean, Vanna actually hosted a couple of times, and so yeah, it was pretty interesting. So it was a lot of fun They actually had in on one particular episode, Vanna was hosting, and Pat was doing the letters, and that was funny. That was a funny moment. It's actually on their website at wheeloffortune.com. So, with that being with that being said, like I said, congratulations to Ryan on this, and he's got with the resume that he has. I mean, he fits right. He's perfect for it. He's perfect for it. So yeah, um, nothing against anybody else who was also picked, but Ryan has basically has more um, you know more of a broadcasting background, and with him being on radio and everything. And Howard Stern actually brought this up, that a lot, when you watch a game show, a lot of the game show hosts used to be on radio. Pat Sajak, perfect example. He used to have a radio show. Alex Trebek, he used to have a radio show. Wink Martindale, he used to have a radio show. All those names, and then I'm sure there was more, like maybe Bob Eubanks, um, maybe had a radio show, as used to be on the radio as well too. And and yeah, but it was very, very good. These were really, really good. Um, they had, you know, and you actually get over as a game show host. Um, Steve Harvey hosting, Steve Harvey, um, hosting Family Feud, which he does a great job of. Um, he's a standing comedian, but I don't know if there's if he has any, because I know he's been, he had his own sitcom, um, in the mid to late '90s, Steve Harvey Show, but also, um, what was I trying to say? It's like, but with him being a stand-up comedian, I don't know if he has ever been on the radio. I'm pretty sure he has, but I don't know, and I don't have the time to look it up on Google. Um, I think Richard Dawson at one point was on radio. I know he was on. Um, he has some other show. He was on other shows before that. He was uh on Hogan's Heroes, and he was a recurring cast member on Match Game with Gene Rayburn, who I think was also on the radio at one point. So yeah, I don't see a problem with that. I really do. Know. And with that being said, I'm still continuing my crusade to be a contestant on Wheel of Fortune, either uh, during Pat Sajak's retirement season, or last season, I should say, or even going on to. So yeah, I'm going to continue pushing it and get that support going. Get that support going. Okay, just making sure. Oh, okay. Thought I was shut down for a minute. I was like freaking out here, but yeah, I'm continuing my venture and to begin being a Wheel of Fortune contestant. So yeah, spread the word and say that this asshole wants to be a contestant on Wheel of Fortune. So all right, we got one more piece of material before we call it a night. Running this show really quick here. So yeah, they got a new Five Nights at Freddy's trailer that's out. That came out this week. Looks amazing. I mean, I'm literally looking forward to this movie. And I mean, I had some doubts at the beginning. It's like, how would you make a movie about staying 5 nights at a pizza parlor. So yeah, I think they could pull it off, though. I think it would be really good. Um, really looking forward to it. They showed Matthew Lillard, who's going to be a part of that. He actually hires one of the guys to be in charge of the place, and the the character designs of the animatronic characters, like Freddy Fazbear and his friends, they look amazing. They really do look amazing, and I'm like, wow, they. I'm really impressed by this, and yeah, it looks really good. It looks really good. I really don't have anything bad to say about this trailer. Um, so yeah, Freddy Fazbear looks really good, and so yeah, there's two ways to watch this movie. It's going to be coming out this Halloween, which is going to be perfect because it'll be right in time for my Halloween episode of Channel X. So keep a tune on that. Um, but yeah, um, so yeah, there's two ways to watch this movie, as I was saying. You can see it in theaters, or you can watch it on Peacock. It's going to be on Peacock and in theaters at the same time. So yeah, um, pretty interesting. One side note. Um, um, who was it? Never mind. I'll read next week because I completely forgot um, who said it. I think it was John Hughes or something. But yeah, he was the guy was complaining about how streaming is ruining movies. I don't think so. It's just the fact that you know actually I'm lying because I said this a long time ago that yeah, you know, even I was saying it, and but I'll continue that discussion next week. But yeah, for Five Nights at Freddy's, it looks really good. So yeah, I like this. I like what the plot that they're going with and everything. Kind of you know it tells a little bit of a different story than what they do in the video game. This time the guy this time the night watchman brings his daughter into there, so it makes the story much interesting. So yeah, but it's gonna be really good. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, it's coming out this Halloween in theaters and on Peacock. So yeah. Also this year, I gotta see when. Speaking of Peacock, I gotta find out when Twisted Metal is coming out. I think it's coming out next month. Um, and I'm a little bit disappointed in Peacock because they haven't officially announced when Super Mario Brothers is going to finally be on the platform. And yeah, I've heard zero from NBC Universal about when is the Super Mario Brothers movie coming out on on there, and I'm getting a little bit irritated because I haven't seen the movie yet. I want to see the movie, and I know the movie's out on Blu-ray right now, and I'm this close to getting the movie because I want to see the movie so bad so I can review it. So yeah, it looks really really good, and but I want to see it so I can give my final word on it, which I think everybody knows what that word is. Awesome. Moving on. I'm only kidding. I might have more to say. I might. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it's really, really looking. So yeah, No official word on when this movie's going to drop, so I'm keeping a sharp eye. So I'm updating everything. I'm updating like crazy just to get this. So yeah, um, so yeah, they got some good stuff coming out this year. You know, whether it's in video games and or in movies, they got some really good movies coming out this year. And yeah, it's looking really good. So with that being said, that's pretty much all the time I have for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight, and I like it. I appreciate you all going in there. What's my wife saying? I gotta say that. Anywho, so um, thank you all so much for tuning in. Appreciate it as always. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. Um, if you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. And comment down below. Thumbs up the video if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. Comment down below. What do you think about Ryan Seacrest hosting Wheel of Fortune? And if there's any other, uh, if there's anybody else who you think would be a better selection than Ryan Seacrest, I would like to know what you have to think, what you think about it in the comment section down below. And ringy dingy that bell to stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next. And be sure to support Pride. We're on the end of Pride Month, so we're going back to the original graphic next week. But be sure to support small streamers like myself by doing the most important thing that you could do for us small streamers like myself, and we will love you forever. So much that the fact that we will. What can I say? What can I say about? Let's see. I always come up with something unique when it comes on here. Um, so much, in fact, that we will. I don't know, but we will worship the ground that you walk on. I know I said this, but we really will. We will actually sweep the dust and the dirt from from in front of you, so you don't have to step on that dirt. We will take our jackets off, and if there's like a giant puddle, we'll put our coats on it, and you can just walk right on our coats. Um, what else? What else could we do? We'll even, you know, with your support, we can also help old ladies cross the street with their groceries. And but you got to do this one thing in order for us to do all that. Face hug that subscribe button. I knew I was going somewhere with that. So we will see you all again here next week. Same Tom Dog time, same Tom Dog channel X. And until next time, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace, and have a safe and happy 4th of July. Love you all.